Gender equality in the workplace. Despite the Equal Pay Act 47 years ago, women still earn less than men in Britain today. It's even worse news for women in the financial industry. Getting to gender equality starts with realising how far we have to go.
There's no difference in cleverness between boys and girls. It's just certain people have a certain talent. It's not actually between the gender.
I think when tasked with the same job and given the same amount of study and time, I definitely think that girls and boys are just as clever as each other and they can easily do the same task.
Girls and boys have probably the same amount in cleverness, but some people just don't really bother to use it much. They just might want to use it for jokes and other things.
At 18.1%, the gap in average pay between men and women for all employees is the lowest since records began. In all industries, at chief executive and senior official level, women are paid 28.7% less than men. Women hold only 30% of these jobs. One of the widest gender pay gaps is in the financial sector. Female financial managers and directors earn 28% less than men. Other data puts the gap as high as 34%. At the higher levels, people should be paid equally if they do the same job. It doesn't matter if they're women or men.
They should definitely be paid the same amount for the same amount of working hours on that same job so they can get a life that they need.
Women fall behind early and continue to lose ground with every step.
I'd say that it's bad enough that women don't get paid as much as men, but it's even worse that it gets worse as you get older.
Women in leadership roles. At senior management roles, women make up only 30% and are paid 28.7% less than men.
Wow, if it's 30%, that's a lot. That's definitely not fair because they're doing the same job, they're just different. It's a man or a woman. There's no difference. It's not fair.
Only 10.4% of executive directors in the FTSE 100 are women. In 2017, only 6 chief executives in the FTSE 100 were women.
If 6 out of 100 companies, the bosses are women, that's not right because there's no difference. It's just a man or a woman. It's like saying, I don't want you to be a boss because you're tall. I want a person who's short. There's just no difference with the person. It's just the height.
"71% experienced or witnessed gender inequality in the workplace. 75% believe men could do more to support women in the workplace. 73% believe pay inequality is the most important issue facing women in the workplace. 65% say women might not challenge workplace culture for fear it may impact their promotion prospects."
What's the real reason why women are treated differently from men when they've never really done something? And what's the reason why you're paying them less? Is there an actual reason? Because if there is, perhaps somebody could do something about it and women could start getting equal amount of payment than men.
A very different view from men. Nearly 50% of men think women are well represented in leadership in companies where only 1 in 10 senior leaders is a woman. 30% of women think women are self-represented when they see 1 in 10 the leadership in their company. 50% of men see managers considered a diverse lineup of candidates to fill open positions compared to 35% of women. It's so hard to imagine any changes when many employees don't see anything wrong with this status quo.
If the men are thinking that women are paid enough and women are being underpaid and they understand this, then if everyone understands together and we can give women a better life, we can give men better time to work with women and the vice versa, then I definitely think that women and men can be as good leaders both.
In my future, I do want to be a banker, and I want things to be fair. I don't want to just be pushed out of the way.
Imagine that perhaps you have a daughter and she's getting 30% less money because of her gender. You wouldn't be very happy about it either.
This is my future, and I want something done about it.